What's up, gang? I got it. I think it's my fault. For real. What's up, man? Hey, I got that check to go. I'm gone. A lot of these look lost. They broke. They think it's my fault. No car. I want that caught. I'm dripping. I'm stuck with the sauce. Good drip. But she love you. Don't cut your. Reynolds Da Vinci is white. Limited Louis, that's light. Rape in the city, that's light. LED, look at the light. We the ones don't like. But you look too light. Why even play with your life? Bank account looking like yikes. I went from filling out kites to putting it in my block. Blue Gucci sweater is drill. Somebody give me a. These ain't like the cops. Gossiping more than a. In jail I had. I make you cut off the. Think that I made it, they can't be my friends, so they wanna be ops. If I see them hating and I'm in that spaceship, I'm dropping the top. Ain't like my beat, ain't no happy belated, I'm coming.
Kick your season off by starting your first game.
Who told you your thoughts caught? GPS straight to the money. I put my big homie got the big Mickey Mouse. You posted your at 12 and 8 that night, she had my all over the mansion. Can't sit on my house. I got that check to go. A lot of these look lost. They broke, they think it's my fault. No car. I want that caught. I'm dripping, I'm stuck with the sauce. But she love you, don't cut your. Reynolds Da Vinci is white. Limited Louis, that's light. Rape in the city, that's light. LED, look at the light. We the ones don't like. But you look too light. Why even play with your life? Bank account looking like yikes.
With me, boy. Your hands and your fingers. Your ears with get back, watch you turn to a singer. Get the fighting like this Jerry Springer. All of my zip the back that like a popo. Don't do these, they popo. Had a G-Wagon truck turned to Rojo. Find a cable 2 wheels and they going wild down in Soho. One was black and the other was Mexican. Had a like a pollo. Younger than you with a Maybach. Younger than you with a Bentley. For the got in the gently. Ain't being friends with these. When I was down, I so had sympathy. But that's how I go when you broke. Now I'm like mistletoe. This do my own. Not gonna lost on these new clones. Then she asked for a loan. Had to laugh, then I told her get gone. Go and get that.
Intrigue in the first Monday Nighter of the season. It's the coach. This is week 1 of the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up, it's the first of 2 here on Monday night as we get a couple of teams looking to change their fortunes from a year ago, as it'll be the New York Jets taking on the Detroit Lions. I'll talk to you again at halftime with a look back to games from yesterday. But first, it's up to Ford Field. Standing by, here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
First opened in 2002, there's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Ford Field tunnels, and the noise level in this place just about off the charts. They are set for football as the Lions get ready to do battle with the New York Jets. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, we look at this Lions team entering play, and I don't think from what we saw down on the field before the game there's any doubt they're ready to roll.
They pass the eye test, don't they? This team looks fired up and ready to play.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Jets, an early season tilt. And when it's an early season tilt, on the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And he spins past him and into space. Derrick Henry all alone. Touchdown, Detroit. Derrick Henry, 75 yards. And the Lions are going to take a first quarter lead. On 4th down, here's Lachlan Edwards to punt it. This is fielded at the 7. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Lions are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Stafford on 1st down. Completing it here to Marvin Jones. And they'll get him down here at the 23. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. They keep it with Henry on 1st down. Derrick Henry all alone. Past the 20. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Derrick Henry with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Lions are able to grow their lead. And a pair of rushing touchdowns now for him in the 1st quarter.
And I'm liking what I'm seeing from his big guys up front because they're winning the leverage game. How many times we talk about low man wins, right?
A 1st down carry for Henry. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick some.
Here's Lachlan Edwards now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Now this is fielded in the end zone. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense.
Yeah,
run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. Look at the spin before they get it across the 20-yard line. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. Now a handoff to Henry. Gets around him. Derrick Henry all alone. Touchdown, Detroit. Derrick Henry doing it again with his 3rd touchdown here in the opening quarter. And the Lions add on to their lead. He's on pace now for 12 rushing touchdowns, and I think he's making fantasy owners smile.
I think you've got to change something on defense, don't you? I mean, we often talk about using a spy on a quarterback who has the ability to run and maneuver outside of the pocket. Maybe they need to change that to spying him, because this many touchdowns this early, that...
Here's Lachlan Edwards now as he's on to punt for New York. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is taken at the 15. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time, and the Lions will take over. Getting set to go again, Matthew Stafford trots back onto the field. And it's actually been out of the backfield, handing the ball off where they've had a lot of success. So if you're the quarterback, do you just maybe say, you know, maybe this isn't my day, our running game's going so well, you just continue to lean?
I agree. That's exactly what you do. And you have to kind of take your ego and put it aside, because you always think your next throw is going to be your best throw, right? Your next play is going to be your best play. Lean on what's working for you right now. That should help carry your team to victory if things keep going in the direction that they are.
Yeah, because the formula has them the lead currently. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. Sheds off the tackle. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll get this up to about the 40. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Derrick Henry, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down. Again to Henry. Oh, good footwork on the spin. Derrick Henry all alone. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Derrick Henry on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Lions just continue to pour it on. And that rushing touchdown, his 4th, puts him just 1 shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it.
Here's Lachlan Edwards now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. That's taken on the 25. Might have needed just 1 more block. As it stands, 37-yard return. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They'll run with Henry. Oh, he bowls over it. And now running right through it. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That burst good for 20 and a first down. And with that carry, he has done it. He breaks the single-game rushing record.
How about doing it in the spotlight of our game? How wonderful is that to see all those yards accumulated, culminating in a brand new NFL record?
They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Derrick Henry, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Lions have got... They begin with Henry. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
And the busy night for Henry continues. A very tough run, but for a short gain out near the 32. Buster Screen is able to bring him down.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Still Derrick Henry all alone. Touchdown, Detroit. Derrick Henry as the first half is winding down. And the Lions just continue to pour it on. Well, there it is. After number 5, we were wondering if we would see it, and he has broken the NFL record with his 6th touchdown in this game.
Let's face it, we can go ahead and lose our objectivity here, can't we? And just applaud what we've seen. That's one of the great records in the NFL. Are you talking about this 6 touchdown runs in a game against an NFL defense? I want to run down. Let's go down there and carry him off the field ourselves. We should do that.
Get his autograph after the game. I don't. Henry and an alley to run. Still going. They can't stop him. Derrick Henry all alone. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Derrick Henry, 72 yards. And the Lions have got it on cruise control. And, partner, are you kidding me? With this game that he's having, we are in uncharted waters like we've never seen before.
Just think, if he keeps every football from all the touchdowns scored.
A 20th carry now for Derrick Henry. Powering his way forward. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. So one play, and they're already just... shy of midfield. Right back to him on first down. And they'll get him down here at about the 40. Second and 1.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Here's Stafford now on second down. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
How about that? One of the so-called...
On third down, Henry. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up fourth down. Here's Lachlan Edwards now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. It's taken to the 26. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. And we spotlight Derrick Henry now. I guess it kind of goes without saying at this point, but he's had a great game, as we like to say, a nose for the end zone, no doubt.
Continues to find it throughout this game, and I'm sure he's got a nice place to live. He might want to make an offer on the end zone for a second home, because that's what it's been like throughout this contest. He knows how to get there, and boy, he looks happy when he does.
He's already bought all the property in the end zone. That's the problem. He's going to sell to himself now.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Pushing through the contact. Heck of a move, and then brought down near the 23. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give them a new set of downs.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. A lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. This is Henry. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd and goal now as they look to add a few more points here onto their total. A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. They'll try the air now with Stafford. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week 1. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week 1. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want. But there carries a little extra pressure with that as well, because you and I both know protecting the home field, winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
They have two sides to that coin and looking like they're good. Here's Lachlan Edwards now. He's been terrific so far. And he'll go ahead and field this at the 5. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. And Detroit getting set to go now. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line. They've had some success here in overtime in this opening drive running the football. Right back to that well.
And why not? When you have that kind of success, make them stop you. And until they do, keep going back to that well you just spoke about. I think there's more water there and available to them.
And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week one. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game.
What's that on that beat?
Addicted to balling, I have to get my cash. The money.
Once you're ready, go ahead and select Advance Week to get to your next game.
I'm addicted to balling. I have to get my ends. I pull up in my pants, flexing, counting my bands. Start. I live by the beach now. That's how I should live. Since I was a toddler, I knew that I would become this. I cannot move slow. That's a big no. Gotta chase this money, bankroll after big bankroll. I must get this money. I must get this money. I must get this money.
Bring your lunch pails, fellas. I need to see that workman attitude today. We got to get better today. What I want to know is, who's ready to get better? I'm ready to work today. You ready to work? You ready to work? All right, then let's see it. Let's get out there and do it.
All right, here we go, here we go.
I'm addicted to balling. I have to get my ends. Got 100 people need bands. Now look at my dance. What is my jam? Run and get you that band.
What do you have to...
Turn it on audio. Used to have it on audio. You know the money be calling up. Bring them tryna all of ya. Talk about it, ballin' watch this.
Lady!
Started let me too quick. Yeah, measure what I paid for the rollie. Still from the police. 24 pounds of Kobe. For the homies. Addicted to ballin'. I had to get my cash. The money is falling. Got bands, got bands, got bands. I'm addicted to ballin'. I had to get my ends.
Set! 180! Lays out.
They gon' let me in this club and these
Set!
dirty bands.
180!
Clean money, I count stacks with these
Lays out.
dirty hands. Do a show like a rack with my new advance. 50 bands, 80 bands, 100 bands. I'm the American dream.
Set! 180!
We the American
What do you have to...
Look it down. How to make it in America. Real
Set!
day one. Ain't a lot of us. My work, true job, hard for us. Me and sis made it out. Now she proud of us. They ain't teach me how to rap in
Set!
this private
180!
schools. Wasn't like
Gonna
my
have-
rich friends. Had a lot of skills. Less money, less skills. A lot of rules. So when that first deal came, it was opportune.
Hey, man, that was great. I mean, you had a great day today. You finally getting it. You're starting to turn the corner, and that's what we like to see as a coaching staff. Show us some more.
American dream. We the American
New money, now I'm in the Benz truck with a new honey. They said I wouldn't make it, I'm like, you funny. Laughing at my haters like, you dummies. The night is young, girl, what can you do for me? 6 figures, 5 shows, big ballin'. Look, I'm very important. I took a break, had some things I had to get sorted. I might retire in my prime like I'm M. Jordan. Table dancing in Southampton. Use the glasses for Vannas. Be cooling out in the whip, but I done near every girl on my list. KD at the 3, Djokovic with the racket. Phelps in the pool, I'm like Spieth at the Masters. Girl, you know you a bad. Girl, you know I'm a savage. They gon' let me in this club in these dirty vans. Clean money, I count stacks with these dirty hands. Do a show, cut the rack with my new advance. 50 bands, 80 bands, 100 bands. I'm the American dream. We the American dream. No money, no class, look at them. Another USA. Just another day in America. Kids from my hood look up to the system set us up for failure. I just want to make enough to pay dividends, then invest in black businesses. They teach us to hate what we see in America.
Oh, Henry! Well, it's the coach. This is the 2018 season, and you've got it tuned to EA Sports. Coming up, the big man, Derrick Henry, fresh off a big game a week ago, as it'll be the Detroit Lions taking on the San Francisco 49ers. Let's get you out to Levi Stadium for the 2018 home opener. Here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the so-called Silicon Valley and Levi Stadium in Santa Clara. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Levi Stadium tunnels, and the noise level in this place was deafening. They're set for football as the 49ers get ready to do battle with Matthew Stafford and the Detroit Lions. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And, Charles, you take a look at these 49ers as they enter play here. They come in off a loss in the opener last week. That one was on the road. Now they get their first taste here of home cooking.
And what they're hoping to do is feed off the energy of the home crowd. Great tailgate, great fan support. Let's see if they can put it to good use.
Meanwhile, for the Lions, so on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And it's taken in at the 9. A beautiful fake. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by their 10th-year quarterback. This is his first season in his 30s. 30-year-old out of Georgia. It's Matthew Stafford.
One thing you ask for from your quarterback, improvement each and every season. You also ask for consistency. Matthew Stafford, 7 straight years over 4,000 yards passing. He's still looking for that initial playoff victory during his tenure, but I think that he's been leading them towards it. And
now a first carry for Derrick Henry. Space to maneuver at the 40. Oh, and now he bowls Derrick Henry all alone. Touchdown, Detroit. Derrick Henry with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Lions are going to take a first-quarter lead. They scored the most points of anyone on opening weekend, and now first-quarter touchdown here.
And while there's no guarantee that all the points they scored in opening weekend are going to hold up and be the average all year long, they're certainly starting to set that type of a pace. And what you do with that is you put in the heads of all of your opponents, we've got to really be ready on defense because these guys know how to put the ball in the end zone.
You think they can keep piling on the points like this?
I think they can if they're prepared to adjust and adapt because they won't see the same.
Let's go, man. Let's go.
it's Henry. And now running right through it. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. Derrick Henry all alone. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Derrick Henry with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Lions strike quickly here for 6 points. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again,
and again.
And again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
Here's Bradley Pinion now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. Oh, a nice spin. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. Derrick Henry trots back out there and gets ready to go. Man, those numbers from last week. What do you call a game like that? Monumental? A career game?
Yeah, every one of those adjectives you can pull up. Monumental, mammoth, massive. But you also know that he wants another one just like it in this game. He doesn't plan on slowing down.
Man, if he duplicates that, that would be history. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating him up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
And on the ground they go with a running back. A strong running. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. Finding room to the 20. And now the juke. And all the way down to the 5. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards. Boy, some big runs here, Charles, already in this first quarter.
Yeah, if the lanes are there, go ahead and exploit them. But what I like the most, how decisive he is, putting his foot in the ground and going.
The Lions into the red zone for the first time. They've got it first and goal at the 6. They'll give it to him right up the gut. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Derrick Henry doing it again with his third touchdown here in the opening quarter. And the Lions are able to grow their lead.
Well, Brandon, if we go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator, he showed us his script. Didn't show us everything now. He said, here's the script for the game. I think everything's going according to...
And they'll go on the ground. He finds an opening past the 40. Derrick Henry all alone. 20. Touchdown, Detroit. Derrick Henry on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Lions add on to their lead. They blitzed defensively there, but he was able to slip through that first layer, and then he was gone.
I think they won the leverage game, didn't they?
Yes.
Right? They saw the blitz coming. That got to him a little bit, but they leveraged it.
play fake here on first down. And he's got his tight end. This is Luke Wilson. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. 1:59 to go in the first half. Back to the booth right after this. A reminder coming up at halftime, the coach is back. He made it through the first weekend. That's the good news, and he's going to regale you with stats and scores from around the NFL here in the early games in Week 2.
You think he questioned coming back for Week 2, having to work with us?
I think he did. He's just happy that he is far away in Orlando. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Tenth carry now for Derrick Henry. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for
Derrick Henry all alone. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Derrick Henry, 55 yards. And the Lions are able to grow their lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they?
Here's Bradley Pinion now as he's on to punt for San Francisco. And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. Taken in at the 11. Dances by him. So a change of possession here on the punt. And we spotlight Derrick Henry now. And he's closing in on that number that all running backs circled beginning of the year, the number 1,000. Could do it on this drive.
And you have to think to yourself that this moment, getting to this spot, it started in the offseason, right? Not just the workouts, right? Not just getting yourself physically prepared to play, but mentally, as well as your team, as well as your unit, head coach, offensive coordinator. We run the football. We give you opportunities. He's taking advantage of it.
And when you get this close to the mark, you just hope things don't tighten up, right? You probably want to get there and get it in your rearview mirror.
You really do, don't you? Because now it becomes predominant, and you wonder about play calling as well. Do you want to call plays to get that out of the way, or are you still calling plays to win the game first? That becomes the burden of the play caller.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And shedding the tackle, and now some room. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. And they'll run it here. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. A good run there on first down. They go play action here on first down. He hits his target. It's the tight end. Second and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. And on the ground they go with a running back. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Look, the first down marker is out there, but sometimes it's hard to find for an offense when they're in a long yardage situation, which usually means throw the football. In this case, they went against the tendency and ran it, and boy, the reward was there. A big, big pickup, and guess what? It's now 3rd and very short in order to try and pick up a first down.
The Lions had the fewest 3rd down conversions on the ground in the NFL in 2017. What will they do here on 3rd and short? They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And a nice spin into some open field. Touchdown, Detroit.